Hi everyone. So in this video, I'll share part of my recent presentation for the ClueTrad conference on financial literacy for translators. And the reason I think this is such an important topic is because being financially literate leads to us feeling confident about our finances. And it also eliminates some of the stress that I know many of us freelancers feel about our money. And so I'll share a definition first, and then we'll go into some practical steps that you can take to increase your financial literacy and feel good about or more in control of your own money. We'll talk about, like I said, a definition of financial literacy first, very briefly, then we'll go into money mindset, and then we'll talk about 5 steps to improve your own financial literacy. Okay, so I'm going to read the definition of financial literacy to you. According to the Corporate Finance Institute, financial literacy consists of several different financial components and skills that allow an individual to gain knowledge regarding the effective management of money and debt. And so, as you can see on this slide here, there is a general consensus that there are 5 key components of financial literacy. So one is obviously earning, how you earn your money, then spending, which is essentially budgeting or having a spending plan, then saving and investing, protecting, which is your insurance and retirement planning, and then borrowing, which is your debt management. So my question to you is, how confident or comfortable do you feel in each of these areas? Is there something that you wish to improve? I know the area that I will be focusing on this year is saving and investing, and also protecting. So according to a 2016 report from the US Federal Reserve, over half of Americans across all income levels actually are worried about their finances. And for freelancers, this number is even higher. And I think the issue in our industry is that we as a group, and I mean, I know this is a broad generalization, so please bear with me, but we as a group don't feel confident with numbers. Like I've heard so many times, I'm not a numbers person, I'm a word nerd, I'm not good with money. And I really think that's a problem. And so that's essentially where we get into the mindset piece. And I just want to touch on this very briefly because that could be a whole presentation in and of itself. But what I want to say about this is, if you want different results, you really need to change your mindset first. So you can actually be a lover of words and a numbers person. And you really need to believe that that's actually possible, and not just possible for anyone, but possible for you in order to achieve different financial results. Because if you don't, then you probably won't implement the actions required to achieve those results. And you'll negotiate differently too. And I think the problem here is that we are so used to our own financial reality, whatever that may look like, that we tend to assume that it'll stay the same. Yeah, so that the rates that we charge are the rates the market will bear, and that we can't increase those rates if we don't want to lose our clients. Or that if we do increase them, we won't find new clients. You know the stories that we that we tell ourselves, and they're not actually true. Oh, yeah, so there'll always be someone in your exact same market who charges less than you, but there'll always also be someone who charges more. And not because they're any better at what they do, but simply because they have a different mindset. And so for now, I just want you to become more aware of the stories that you tell yourself, so that you can begin to notice when you're saying to yourself, for example, I can't charge that, or the client would never accept that, and just question that. And then eventually you can create a new reality for yourself. Okay, so let's look at what you can do to feel more comfortable and therefore more confident with your money in more practical terms. Okay, so here are 5 steps that you can take to increase your financial literacy. And the first one is look at your money daily. So or at least every other day. Okay, so you know where you stand. It doesn't take long. And I know the thing that holds many of us back is that our current situation might not be very rosy. But the thing is that it'll give you your true starting point from which you can then make more empowered decisions. And it's a simple action, and it really increases the feeling that you're in control of your money because you know what's going on. The second step is define your financial goals. So think of what you really want, not just necessarily things you want, but also the lifestyle that you desire and what you'd like to contribute to your family and also your community, and really, really allow yourself to dream. And then come up with a plan for how you can achieve those goals. And there it's helpful to then break the goals down into smaller milestones and sort of reverse engineer your bigger goal. The third step is increase your earnings. Obviously, that's something that might take a bit longer there. And the two factors that have the biggest impact on our earnings as translators or copywriters are one, our prices, and then two, the amount of work we take on. So if you don't yet have the amount of work that you'd like, I'd really recommend you focus on your marketing efforts. So you could, for example, brainstorm 10 ways to find new higher paying clients, and then pick one of those ways and apply that to your business on a consistent basis. And if you're happy with your workload, or even if you work too much, but you aren't making the amount of money you'd like to earn, I really encourage you to look at your prices. The fourth step you can take is to pay yourself a salary. And this is something that really changed my business and how I manage my cash flow. So as a freelancer, we all know that sometimes we have great months where we earn a lot, and then, sometimes we have months where we barely earn enough to get by. And to get out of this feast or famine cycle, you can pay yourself the same amount of money every month, just like a salary. And then during the months that you earn more, you keep some of the money, and you can then use that later to pay yourself during the quieter months. Okay, so essentially you've always got the same amount of money coming into your personal account. And then the fifth step is create a budget or a spending plan so that you know how much you can spend and therefore feel more in control of your spending. And actually your budget doesn't have to be very restrictive for this step to work. It's more in order to have a general idea of the categories that you're spending money in. Like in general, I'm not a fan of restrictive budgets, but it's obviously good and necessary to have an idea of where exactly you're spending your money. And then essentially, I'm a fan of increasing income rather than restricting spending. But I guess that's another topic. So I hope you found this helpful. If you'd like to work on any aspect of your translation or copywriting business with me personally, like pricing, negotiating, or creating a marketing plan that'll work for your specific situation, then please schedule your free call with me by using the link in the show notes, and then we can have a chat and take it from there. Thank you.